And welcome to the Motorsport Chat. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Melon.
Breaking news in the F1 world. This morning, Haas have promoted Laura Muller as her performance role as engineer to become Esteban Ocon's race engineer for the 2025 season, making her the first female engineer in F1.
Muller joined Haas in 2022 and has previously worked in the team simulator before, progressing to the role of performance engineer.
This is fantastic news for women and girls looking to work as engineers or mechanics within the top end of motorsport. Muller's move could really fuel more leadership moves for women in F1, couldn't it?
It could, and I think it's mad that it's taken this long for a woman to be a race engineer, because why not?
We've got fantastic women already leading F1. We've got Hannah Schmidt, who has done so much for Red Bull and their strategy. I mean, she has led that team. I think she's one of the main reasons that team has been so successful, because I think people don't realise how big strategy is.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes work that goes on.
Yeah, especially even if a team is successful, it is detrimental to have someone in that position who is as successful as she is. And I just think this is great, because I think more moves like this will make more girls and
inspire them.
Inspired, so I think it's really, really good, and the more representatives we can have. Exactly,
like Bernie Collins on Sky Sports, going from strategy to doing strategy for Sky Sports, like what the drivers could potentially choose for tyres and stuff like that.
Absolutely what we need to see in the media as well.
Yeah.
So when these big moves do happen, I think it's good that we really do make it known to everyone that this is a really big thing, like the first female engineer. This is massive for the future of the sport. So
absolutely,
very exciting news.
Yes.
And the Formula E season has kicked off as well and is well underway, with Oliver Rowland starting the season off strong. Felix da Costa had a fantastic start too, with 2 consecutive podiums in second place, meaning that he's now currently leading the championship.
Yeah, the Porsches look really good like last year, so if they consistently perform this way throughout the year, I think it could be either Porsche driver up for the chance of winning the championship.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Felix da Costa is just fantastic. Yeah. Starting the season off, I mean, not a win, but 2 second place podiums. Consistent
so far.
Already.
Yeah.
We know he's capable of winning. And Wehrlein, his teammate, won the championship last year. So we know that they are...
It's a good lineup.
It's a good lineup. Could well be a first and second, but who well knows? I mean, this championship is great. Now we can watch it live on ITV, which should get more viewers in. So if you don't watch it already, give it a watch, because it's great, free to watch, and it's, really good racing.
Yeah, Rowland was quite strong in Mexico in the last race up there with the 2 Porsches.
Absolutely. I think Wehrlein obviously had such a strong season last year, winning the championship. Think he could possibly do it again. Bit of bad luck in Mexico, but I think did well in Brazil, and I think as long as they just keep consistent, it is things like these second position podium, like just getting on the podium every weekend.
You're racking up your points.
Yeah, that is, the main point. Obviously, they want the wins, let's be real, they're racing drivers, but even just the consistency is very, very good. I'm disappointed. I really had faith in Mitch Evans, and he had such a successful season a couple of years ago, and I want to see him back at the top, because I know he's capable. He's done some fantastic moves, and I just want to see him get back up there. Same with Jake Dennis. He missed out on 4th in Brazil, and just a disappointing end for last season for him as well, and it'd be great to see him, back up there.
100%.
We've got Jeddah next, and I just think it'll be, I like to see different drivers on the podium. I mean, it's nice to see the Porsche doing so well.
Yeah.
But I want to see some, new faces, Taylor Barnard. this raring young driver who's come in and has wowed us all. He is fantastic.
I think anything can happen in Formula E. You know, even if you've got a good car, there's just people that just win the races anyway. Just outstanding driving.
Absolutely. Fast circuit like Jeddah as well.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Exciting.
Hamilton is raring up for his first drive for Ferrari. He's everywhere in the media at the minute. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think this move is going to shift how people view Hamilton?
I think everyone loves Hamilton.
Yeah. And
I think that people may have started to question whether he lost his spark in Mercedes. Like, was he still living up to what he was, you know, at the start of his career with 7 world titles? But I think Ferrari is just a really good move for him. You know, he looks so happy in all these pictures. And I think everyone, like fans and me, are just so excited to see him in this such iconic red car. I think it's going to be such an exciting season, honestly.
An iconic move.
Yeah.
And one, whether it is successful or not, we hope it will be.
Yeah.
Will be a historic and legendary thing that he did. Like Vettel, we saw he moved there. It looked like he could win like a championship at one point, but could be it, but he didn't get there in the end. But could it be this time for Hamilton? Who knows? But
I mean, Ferrari had a good car.
Yeah.
Last season, they were like up there, winning, getting on the podium. So why not?
I think if they have the right car, then I think he could. But I think it'll be all to play for this year. I genuinely do think.
Yeah.
If Red Bull don't start the season off well like they did last year, Max won't have that point advantage that he did.
Yes.
Even when the other teams caught up.
Yeah.
Which was the whole reason he won, really. He wouldn't have won that championship.
No, without like
based
the
on the
first
second
races.
half of the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it'll be so. I'm just dying to
so
see him in
exciting.
that car.
It's so
it is
exciting.
really exciting. He
It
suits
is.
the colour red.
He
Everyone's
does.
seen that picture of him with the Ferrari outside the house. It's just fantastic. It's exciting.
It is.
And
It's
I find
great
it
for the
really
sport.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's really interesting though that I think a lot of people have shifted their views. I think a lot of people are now respecting him a lot more for this move. This is something I've noticed, especially Verstappen fans are excited about the move. The people that hated Hamilton are really, really invested, which is quite good, I think.
I think it was just the shock. Like, it was probably like this time last year, like it was all of a sudden like, oh my God, he's been with this team for so long and now he's moving. But like Sebastian Vettel said, everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Yeah,
everyone's a Ferrari
Whether you've
fan.
admitted it yet, you will eventually. Maybe this move will change it for people. I think we're going to see a lot more red around from now on.
100%.
A lot more Ferrari merch
A lot of people
around.
will follow Lewis to Ferrari.
Yeah. That iconic red, I mean, come on. Who wouldn't?
So good.
Who wouldn't? So Aston Martin has made another team shift with Mike Crack demoted and Andy Cowell taking the top spot as team principal.
Do you think all these movements will bring success for the team?
I do. I think there is a lot of movement and I don't know if it could really disrupt the way the team is. I'm not sure because there is a lot. They're doing a lot and I understand that they need to bring the best in to, you know, bring the team up, but they also need to be able to work well together. I'm not sure because I don't know if they're going to be working towards 25 or 26, but regardless, if they don't have success within the next 2 years, I think this team could fall apart.
Wow.
Because they've not had that success that they were hoping for.
Yeah.
And I think it's really dragging on now. They've put so much money into this team. So much money. And it's getting to the point where they need to see the results like within the next few years, otherwise it's pointless really.
Yeah.
Adrian Newey, I think, will bring the results, so I have no doubt about that.
I think they've got some good new people coming in, but like you said, if they don't get the results they wanted, you know, even Fernando Alonso said if he's not getting on the podium by 2026, then he's going to rethink if he's going to even stay in F1 or go to a different team. So they've got that sort of pressure of losing him, who's an amazing driver.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can either work or it couldn't. I mean, Alpine had a lot of movements around within their team, and then they were like back near the top 10 again. It's a risk, but hopefully it pays off for them.
Yeah, it is a risk, and I think, it will be interesting to see how they start the season, because I think one of the main things about that team is they are so inconsistent, and that's one of the main things. They get rare flushes of pace, and then it just disappears, and they fall to the back of the grid, and you just think, where have they gone? They were so successful at the start of the season, and they fall apart. Quite the opposite of McLaren, really. They tend to start off really on the back foot and then shoot the way up to the top. It'll be good to see if they do succeed, because I'd like to see Aston Martin up there.
100%, yeah.
It'd be good to see them succeed, and I do think Adrian Newey can bring them a fantastic car.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll just have to see if Stroll can keep up.
Oh. So moving on to MotoGP, Ducati have showcased the bike for 2025 with the former world champions Francesco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez, and together they have a combined total of 11 championships between them.
Yes, this is a legendary lineup, and I think it'll be interesting to see the dynamic between them, especially if this bike is quick, because last year they dominated, winning 19 out of 20 races.
Mad.
It could be such a little heated rivalry to watch them two. So successful drivers.
It could.
It could be really fun. I'm excited to see them both on track. Marc Marquez has had a shaky few years, but I think he could definitely bring it for the team. Could it be, I don't know, could they end up taking each other out because they're too competitive? Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's a solid lineup.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, Marc is really wanting that 7th title, obviously after like a few big crashes he had, and he broke his arm and everything. But yeah, very solid lineup. It's exciting to see what will happen.
I'm excited to see what they do this year. Definitely, 19 out of 20 wins, that's insane.
That is mad.
So if they carry on with that, could they get 20? Could they get even, like, I wonder if it'll be 1-2 every weekend, or will we see some crashes or heat tension between the teammates? But we'll see. So you have the question of the day, don't you?
I do. So we have F1 Live coming up in February, and we want to know what your predictions are for it.
So, predictions for F1 Live. It's been an interesting one so far.
Yeah.
It's been a questionable event. A lot of fans are disappointed with the ticket sales, because there's been very few who have got tickets. Yes,
it seems to be a lot of giveaways at the moment for tickets. I don't think it was what the fans were expecting it to be, unfortunately. But it will be nice to see everyone together, the teams together, see the rookies up there, and see what the liveries are. Hopefully they've switched up.
I know, that's the only thing. We were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Chances are them having new liveries, new designs this year, very slim.
Yeah.
More because of sponsorships than anything.
Yeah.
Team colours, just, a lot of the teams are sticking to it. A lot more black to try and save weight.
Of course.
So I can't see them switching up the liveries. So what they do to make this event really good and different and exciting to watch as fans, I think it'll be, you know.
I've heard they've got like celebrities in.
Yeah.
But is that
anything to do with F1, or is it just going to be singing and?
I know, yeah.
You know, it might. I think it'll be a good event.
It'll be good to watch.
Yeah.
But it might just not showcase the sport. As much
in the correct way.
Yeah.
A bit too showcase. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be a bit more Las Vegas vibes than anything.
And the drivers will love that.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. That's all we have time for on the Motorsport Chat today. Comment your answers to the question of the day below.
And follow our Instagram and TikTok accounts at the Motorsport Chat for updates.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.